It's a dream blog entry for January 25th, 2024, Thursday morning. I'm in the Word, but I remembered all of a sudden how I had this dream just as I was waking. Let me mark my page here. Um, there's something pretty to look at here. Is Isaac fighting with an angel. I think that's right. Michael. No, I'm sorry, that one's Michael casting out Lucifer from heaven. Okay, so my dream was like I just kept seeing all kinds of different vehicles full of people, mostly guys, and I just kept seeing them everywhere. Like I was mainly in like campgrounds, national forests, stuff like that, but it was like I knew like everywhere I went I was going to these different places to look and see if one was just like the other, and sure enough, there was like all these school buses that didn't have any writing on them, but they were all yellow buses, and they were set up real high, like they had lift kits on them or something. Like they could just go anywhere they needed to go, like through waters, like they could drive through creeks and stuff. They were set up real high, like not as high as like monster trucks or something, but definitely like a lot higher up than a normal school bus would be. And not only was it school buses, but there were these vehicles which I thought, and I remembered in my dream, I remember saying to myself while I was in my dream, I've never seen this kind of vehicle before. It was kind of put me in mind of like a old timey safari vehicle you might think of from back in like the 80s or something, but it was stretched out. It was kind of like a limo version of an old safari Jeep, and it was stretched out real long, and it had like, I'm trying to remember, it's all so foggy. One, two, three. It had like front and back doors, okay, like a regular vehicle. And then it had like a middle section with like two more sets of doors. And then it had another like front and back. And it was white. It was white and it had like blue and orange on it. And the back of it slanted down and it had all kinds of supplies, like a big rack and like tires and stuff. And it was set up real high too. And then there was another vehicle which was like a real old timey first versions of like station wagons from back in say the 50s or 60s, and it was pulling like a camper on it, like a pop-up, and there was the only thing I saw other than just seeing like these different vehicles traveling through, and it was all like trees, like forested area, and like they were driving through campgrounds. And then I saw this one certain little conflict happen where that vehicle with the old timey station wagon hauling a camper, um, another vehicle, it was like a Hummer pickup truck. It wasn't like, it didn't have any kind of military insignia or anything, but it was just a tan gold color, like a Hummer pickup truck, Humvee pickup. It forced that old-timey station wagon to veer over to like a real tight spot in between two trees, and it just kept forcing it to go that way. And that station wagon went right in between those trees. And it was like the front of it went through just fine, but as it got to the back, it was like, I guess it was wider in the back or something. It just, right before my eyes in my dream, it just squished into like a V shape. And it knocked the little camper thing like off of it, kind of knocked it and wedged it up against the tree. And then the station wagon thing just kept on going. But it was like squished in the back into like a wedge shape. But it just kept driving. And then the school buses, I just saw them like they were parked in this campground, and I knew it was full of people, but I can't tell you what the people look like, other than I know it was mostly guys, but just like full of people, kids, but there was no riding whatsoever. Oh boy, I love those dreams, don't we? Much love.